Hello guys, welcome. This is Monday if you're live, or Tuesday if you're joining us on YouTube. So welcome if you're starting a 6-week program. Today might be day 2, or if you're joining in live, it's day 1, so welcome. The format that we'll run through is we're just going to explain the exercises before we do them. If you're live, you can let us know what kind of equipment that you've got, so we can try and incorporate that, or if you don't have certain things, we'll try and work around what you've got. So firstly, we'll start with a description of the exercises, just in terms of technique, you know what we're doing, and then we'll do a warm-up, and then we'll go through it and execute. All right, so for today's session, we're going to do a squat. So if you've got any bands or weights, let us know, but let's assume you've got a band. We're just going to tie step on the band and then hook it over your shoulders. So when we're squatting, we aim to keep our chest up. We can spread our knees, so knees out, chest up, and try not to hinge. And when I say hinge, I mean that. So we're trying to keep our chest up and sink through the hips. If you've got dumbbells, you can do it this way, like Lara's doing, and just hang on to them like a goblet. The next one is a walkout push-up. So what that looks like, yeah, come to the side. Let everyone see Lara there. So she's walking out with the hands down. There's a push-up. If you can't go from your feet, just go from your knees, and then she's walking back up. Okay, so if you can't, just remember, go from your knees, not your hands. Next one is a scissor, which is a core exercise. So you probably do this in Pilates with Lara. Right, everyone's got that one. So lying flat on your back and just, it's almost like flutters. So the next one really depends what equipment you've got at home, but we're going to go through a deadlift. If you've got booty bands, you can do it here. If you've got any other bands, if you don't have anything, we can incorporate a towel. So I'll show you how we do that with a towel if you've got nothing. So Lara's hinging from the hips and standing tall. When she stands tall, we want to squeeze the glute, bring the hip through. If you don't have anything at home, I'm using a towel. We can just go through an isometric hold. So I'm stepping on the towel and I'm squeezing up and then relax. And then squeezing up and then relax. So if you've got nothing, you might have dumbbells, so you can use dumbbells like Lara. So depending on what you've got at home, worst case scenario, you might have a towel and we can do some isometrics there. Next one is a bent over row. So if you've got dumbbells, happy days. If you don't, a few guys have had gin bottles. So if you've got bands, we're staying in this fixed position and just bringing the elbows through. So this is an upper back exercise as opposed to deadlift, which is more lower back, glutes and hamstrings. Oh. If you've got empty alcohol bottles, gin bottles, whatever you've got.
You really want to squeeze at the top.
That's right. So the lower the weight, the slower you want to be, and just control and then contract at the top. So squeeze those elbows high. The last one we'll do is a back extension. So lying flat on the floor, hands on your forehead, and we're pulling up. So this is contracting. You're working glutes, hamstrings, and essentially the lower back. All right. So there's our 6 exercises. We're going to get started. So we'll write this up on the program for those who are watching later. But the first one we're going to start with is the squat. So we're going to do 12 reps. Oh, sorry, the warm up. Yeah. Nice one.
Maybe might need to warm up. I'm feeling a bit stiff. So.
Sorry. That's my fault. All right, Lara, get us warmed up.
All right, we're just going to start off with some reverse lunges. So with your reverse lunge, we're looking at from the side. You just want to really bring that leg back. So you're touching. You want to get that stretch through your hip flexor. All the weight comes through that front leg and that front heel. Okay, we're going to hold back into this position, stretching that out, bringing the hand down by the side and opening. We're going to push that back. As we push back, just get a little calf pump happening. And then to the other side, opening up. Now if you can, get nice and low into a child's pose position. and pushing through, head through the arms. Chucking your chin to chest. Hands come up and behind for a stretch. And then back down again. And then behind. And down. Might need to put his hands on here. Hands, please.
Hands over.
And alright, we're just going to come up, jogging with the squat. Getting that heart rate up a little bit. Now just remember when we're doing these exercises, if you don't have weight, you want to go nice and slow and controlled. Okay? But even if you've got like, it sounds ridiculous, but for a deadlift, someone was using a ladder the other day. So you can even try that.
No names, who was that? A ladder. That's it.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're going to move into our squats now. So she's going to talk us through. I'll use the dumbbells as a goblet.
Yep.
I've only got little dumbbells here, but it should be more than enough.
And if you're struggling for range on this one, remember you can always put a heel chock under your heels. So
That's like a little plank or something.
yeah, a plank of wood. So if you've been here before, you've seen we've got planks of wood. So if you're struggling for range and you keep folding forward, maybe a good idea to elevate your back heel, just your back heel.
Alright, let's go for 12.
Good. So when we're doing squats, we want to control down and then explode up. We want to generate as much force as possible. When we're lacking in intensity or we're doing lightweight stuff, we generally want to try and really emphasize the force development by accelerating out the bottom. So it's nice and controlled down, keeping that chest up.
You're not in camera properly.
Yeah.
Not in mine, you are.
There's all.
Last one. Alright, just taking, hopefully you can feel that in your leg. Now with our walkout push up, all we're doing back is slowly coming down. And we're going to push up for 4 times. You can go on your knees if you need to. And then walking those arms back. And coming back down again.
So how many reps are we going to do?
4.
4 sets of
push-ups.
4, are we?
Yeah.
4 sets of 4.
And then pushing back up. We'll just keep it, I can actually do that right. So you think? 4 sets of 4. The whole round. Instead of
Now if you're struggling with the push-ups, obviously we can go from our knees. Or you can reduce the number, so you can do 4 sets of 3 or 4 sets of 2. We really want to get to full range, which is chest to ground.
And we're done. Alright, coming down into scissors. Now with scissors, you don't have to do this, but just popping the hands underneath to push the back into the floor. Really important that you bring your tummy on tight. So feel that tummy on nice and tight as you come down. We're doing 10 on each side.
So how important is it that we keep our legs straight?
Not.
Not important.
You can do this.
Yep.
As long as you can feel it in those lower abs.
So we're doing a set of 10 each side, so each leg,
Okay?
10. Right. So what we're going to do is repeat. There's 3 exercises. We're going 3 times round. So the next one we're up to is our squats. We're going through a set of 12 for squats. So you can either increase the loading if you want. If you've got any knee pain, let us know. But if you've got any questions, sing out. Now's a good chance. But
Okay, let's go.
let's go for a set of 12.
Shoot it up. The last one. A walkout this side, yeah?
Sure.
Something different, right? Breathe in and out as you're coming down. Just explain the push-up. Skill set. See?
The push-up. Who hasn't done push-ups before?
Lots of people.
Yes. So we're going chest to ground here, so full range. If you're going to do partials, let's just drop back on the reps. Really try and get all the way down and all the way up. Now if you're struggling from your knees, let's do a negative. So all that means is all the way to ground and then pick yourself back up, all the way to ground slowly, and then pick yourself back up. Righto, so this is, you've got one to go after this, Lara.
What about people's arm positioning? And then here. Or not? That might be good.
If you're finding this easy, you can then push it out and do more reps. So instead of 4 sets of 4, you can do 4 sets of 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. So
Just have a look as well at your push-up. You're actually going to have your arms, if I'm facing the floor, at about a 45, not winging like this. So you're going to bring them down, shoulders back and down, core nice and tight. Let's go into scissors. We'll practice that again next round.
So 10 each leg on the scissors. Maintaining that core tension. You should feel this through the core.
Last one. Grab yourself a quick drink. I'm sure it's nice and hot outside. It looks beautiful.
And then when in your own time, you're back ready for squats. So this is last round. So if you want to push the envelope a little bit and do more than 12 reps, feel free. You just go at your own pace.
Let's go for 15. We can do this.
Lara wants to go for 15.
Why not?
Why not? Go for it, Lara.
Really think about contracting those glutes. Let's count.
No.
Is it true?
I don't know.
13.
The max class as well.
14. 15. If you've done Zoom with me before, you know that my counting's rubbish. I always lose like concentration of where I'm up to, so I'm focusing on my breathing. Let's go with that.
Right, onto your walkouts. You can pick up the reps here if you're finding it pretty easy. Alternatively, if you're finding it hard, just reduce your reps. So we're going for 4 sets of 4. That's 1. I'll have you count.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Four. 2 to go, halfway.
Last one. I've
Finish
got
off.
this.
Maybe do as many as you can on your last one and see what you can do. See how you go. Good.
I'm just going to go 10.
Oh, that's good.
Come back into a nice stretch there. As we flip over into our scissors.
What's that? 53 push-ups in total. It's not bad. Now, should these be done controlled and slow, or just in a dynamic
We're
motion?
going to do them dynamically today.
Yeah.
But if you're doing Pilates, you'll do it like this. Okay? So you can speed it up or slow it down depending on what you're wanting. Usually if we're not using a lot of resistance, we will slow down the movement and keep it controlled. Alright, let's go into our second round. down after we have a drink.
All right, well done. So there you go, there's squat, walkouts and scissors. We're moving on now, so we're using deadlift, bent over rows and back extension. If you've got a towel, dumbbells, booty bands, whatever you need, here's a great chance to utilise those. So first one will be the deadlift. Sing out if you don't have anything, but
I'm just going to use a resistance band for these ones.
you got anything, Mel? What have you got? A hat. Dumbbells, use RDLs.
Let's go.
Yep. So really hollow the back on this one. So no rounded backs. You can see Lara's nice with a neutral spine. Standing tall. So if you have very little resistance, which probably 99% of us will, let's just pick up the reps a little bit. So we've suggested 12, but you can go anywhere to 15 to 20.
Okay.
Especially when we're sitting down all day, doing our Zooms and our work from homes. Very little in terms of, well, hopefully you're getting your 10,000 steps now. But we want to get some blood flow to the lower back, and this is a great exercise for that.
Now we're going to move straight in, yeah? So I'm going to cross mine over for this one, and I'm going to pull.
Okay. So we're going to fix into that bent over position.
So that was for deadlift. Now I'm going to cross over my bands, if you've got bands.
Yeah.
And just pulling.
So we're straight into bent over rows, and again, it's relatively high reps, 12 to 15.
Squeeze.
There you go. So fix that there. You should feel contract and pull through and pause. That's the way. So if you're sitting at your computer like this and you get that sort of shoulder pain, neck pain, the headaches, referred pain, we need to really strengthen and open up our shoulders. This is a great exercise for the back and your posture. So anything rowing or pulling.
Or as a segue to our back extension.
Yeah. So these three exercises are great for a lockdown fix, for those referred headaches and sore necks.
Alright, breathing in as we come up.
So this time we're breathing in, head down with your hands on your forehead. Breathing in and lifting. We're going to go for a set of 10. Is there a more advanced version of this, Lara, that we could
Well,
adopt?
we'll stick with this today, but if you really want to advance, you can go up with the hands.
Okay, so you're finding it pretty easy. I think this one is quite a tough one for
Like that.
the majority of punters like myself. So this should be ample. So squeezing everything at the top and out.
And one more. Hold here. If this is your last one. And release. Coming back. After we do back extensions, it's nice to put a bit of flexion through the spine just to release.
Child's pose, is that right?
Yes, my love. Child's pose. Or rest position, either one is fine. Should we go into deadlift? Oh, you can different.
Yeah. Do you want to use a towel?
You can use the tap.
Do you want me to demo
You
the
can
towel?
demo the tap.
I've did before, but so let's go.
So I'm going to pop 2 feet under, just to get a little bit more resistance.
Oh. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just see if anyone's using a towel. Got someone using weights, how good.
I think this is your last one. Okay. Now I'm just going to make it a little bit easier, less resistance. For that shoulder, pop your head, feet, foot by the side. Okay, let's go for the number 1. That's 11. one foot that side, you might want to just make sure you change to the other leg next time. You know, even it up. Okay.
Onto the back extensions now.
Alright, with this one we're going to go for 12. And we're going to hold for 3 seconds on each one. Okay, so breathe in, 2, 3, release. Breathe in, 2, 3, release. Keep that going. Really want to focus on contracting the glutes here as well as through the spine. All those muscles in your lower back here, is that right?
All of them, yes. That's right.
3, 2, and 1. Hold here. 3, 2, 1, and release. Come back into that child's pose position. Just to allow that lower back a bit of a break. So you'll notice that back extension, it's really focusing on glutes contracting and that upper body, bringing all those muscles down here in your lower back to engage. Grab yourself a drink, we're moving into our third round.
Yeah, third round. So if you want to push things again, last round, obviously you can pick up your reps. And last round, so into deadlifts.
Alright, I'm going back for these bad boys. Alright, let's go. Really squeezing those glutes. Breathing out as you come up. We're going to 15. That's 6. That's 12. Last one. Okay, just switch it to whichever leg you didn't have the other side if you're using what I'm using. Otherwise, we're going to go for 15 and we really want to squeeze between those shoulders. Let's go. Squeeze. Last one. Hold and release. Okay. Coming into back extension. In between the capacity today, we're just going to do a little bit of planking and see how long we can hold planks for and try and improve those.
Yeah. We'll do it right now.
Let's breathe in. And then out again. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in as you lift. And out. We're going to 12. Like I'm doing it. Last one. Hold here and release, coming back into child's pose. Grab yourself a drink. We're just going to do a little bit of a technique session on the plank. So Hugh, while you're grabbing a drink, I'll just explain the plank. Can you just get into a plank position?
Yes.
shoulders are retracted and down. So you don't want them to be like up and over and stressed out. You want them to be relaxed and down. We don't want the stomach to come down low. You want to bring it up to that position. You want to make sure that you're holding through your core and your glutes are engaged, your quads are engaged. You're holding through your core and you're breathing in and out. No holding your breath, okay? Making sure as you're doing this that this core or your front part of your stomach stays nice and engaged. Otherwise, if it's switching off, the back takes over and you start to get niggles through the spine, okay? All right, so everybody up into plank position. You can relax for a second. Everybody right? We're gonna hold a 30-second plank. Now, if this is difficult, can you show us how to do it on your knees, please? You can just do it on your knees like that. But we're gonna aim for 30 seconds. So let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and plank. You just want to bring this up slightly. There we go, that's better. We're doing that nice posterior tilt. We don't want to have any anterior, that's better. Tilt in the spine. Tummy on nice and tight. Got 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So what we're going to try and do is see if we can improve our planks over the next coming weeks. Hopefully by the end of the 6 weeks we'll be able to hold our planks for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay? That is our goal. Alright, so we're moving into capacity. Q, can you compress through please?
Okay, so today's capacity we're doing an AMRAP, which just stands for as many rounds as possible. So we've got 4 exercises. The first one is a reverse lunge. So we've programmed 10 each side.
So 20 lunges.
20 lunges, back lunges. Then into skipping. If you've got a skipping rope, happy days. If you don't, you can just do toe taps on something like a dumbbell, maybe a plate, whatever you've got. So like this. Doing this takes the skill out of it, so emphasis more on getting the heart rate up and keeping it up. And then 15 thrusters. So you've got 10 reverse lunges each leg, 100 skips, 15 thrusters. Now a thruster is a squat press. It's one single movement, not squat then press. So we want to keep it up. Hang on. So keep the dumbbells there. So squat.
Oh, you don't want me to go for one?
No, that's a thruster.
Okay.
So widen your gait a little bit lower. Yep, okay, so we can try and get full range on the squat and then the press. So that's one movement, squat, press, not squat, then press.
Sorry, my mistake. Here we go. This is with dumbbells.
Squat, press. Righto, so one movement, one fluid movement. The last one is 30 mountain climbers total, so that's 15 each side. Give us a demo girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so there's our 4 exercises.
At your own pace.
We're going for 12 minutes total. I've got the timer up there ready to roll. So that's 10 reverse lunges, 100 skips, 15 thrusters, and 30 mountain climbers. There's some high reps in there. Just keep going as best you can. Understand this might have been your first session for a while, but the idea of this, it's a bit psychological as well. So just keep getting through the reps. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is 12 minutes. But just try and keep going consistently at your own pace. All right? I'll get the timer ready.
Starting session.
Good for music? All right, so we're going 12 minutes continuous. Yep.
Word.
Righto, off you go. 10 ranges each side.
I'm just going to set a pace, and you can go faster than me or whatever you like to do. He will continue to talk and tell you what you're doing, so you don't get lost.
Ten back lunges each side.
I'm up to my 10.
This is going to burn the quads probably with your thrusters and your reverse lunges. So into skipping or toe taps, whatever you got. So 100 in total. So you might feel your calves start to blow up. We need some strengthen those calves and Achilles. That's 100.
So you started talking to me.
15 thrusters. I'm going to count for you next time, Lara.
Do you see how fast I skip?
Good. 15 thrusters. Squat press.
Last one. Into mountain climbers.
30 mountain climbers.
And 15. I did 15 like 2 of each, you know. Alright?
Yep, we're done. Back to the start. Yep, that's
So,
30 mountain climbers at home. Righto, back to lunges, so 10 each side.
Alright. If you need to take a break, we'll do so after this round. One more round, then we'll have a drink.
Well,
Yes, we will, because that's what I do.
have a drink in 9 minutes time.
No,
You're not going to die.
this is our issue, right?
Dehydration.
I like to drink a couple of times through my AMRAP. He thinks it's not a good idea because he doesn't like to drink.
I prefer to work when I'm trying to work.
If you have a preference to drink, people, go for it. Have a drink. Whatever helps you get through it.
Yeah, have a 12-minute drink break.
2 more. 1, 2. Okay, let's go. Ready? Awesome, everyone's doing so well.
15 thrusters.
And 15. Coming down into mountain climbers. Alright, come up, grab yourself a drink. And then we'll move into keep going. Okay, into lunges, let's go. Now, like we said before, if you're finding we're going too quick, just slow it down to your own pace. Because for some of you, this is the first week, first day. Some of you have been doing them for a while, so just at your own pace. You can count for me, eh? You can count for me.
Do you want me to?
Maybe.
You won't find that noise?
I don't know, as in you can be like, 3 to go, because I'm losing my count.
Right.
Last one.
I'll try and.
Okay, I think.
Alright, that's halfway, guys, so keep plodding along at your own pace. If you can keep up with Lara, happy days. Let's go. 100 skips. Up we go.
Yay!
30 mountain climbers. Getting through it, guys. 4.5 to go. Reverse lunges.
Feeling okay? Right, I'll start. Remember your own pace. Okay, skipping time. I feel like I just did.
Yes.
Because I did. Alright, let's go. Well, 100, but I was counting 10. Presses, sorry.
What's serving?
Huh?
Quads?
Yeah, I did from yesterday. Last one. Now time as it is.
2 minutes to go. You're almost there. See if you can get out one more complete round. We'll be close. Well done.
Have a drink. 2 minutes to drink. Stop it. It's a wet whistle, right?
Sorry.
One more on each side.
Very close.
If I don't stuff up my sleepy head. We tried.
Session complete.
Well done.
Well done.
Is it okay if you have a drink?
Please, now's your chance. I know it's been 12 minutes since you grabbed your last drink.
Alright guys, let's just come down into a few down stretches. Obviously, we've worked the quads and the glutes a fair bit. So we're going to come in, hip flexor, stretching through the glutes. Hammies, hip flexor glutes. One more on that side. And then switch it to the other side. Pushing through, back into hamstrings. It's really nice through that quad at the front too.
So if you've got anything at home, and like some of you can see you've got a little bit more equipment than others, feel free to reach out to us and we can try and help you with suggested ideas. But just get in touch. We're happy to help you if we can. So some of you might be limited with what you don't have.
It's pushing through that hip.
We can easily manufacture resistance training with bottles and things like that. So
another good thing as well is we do have a target of 10,000 steps for 5 days of the week. So that's 50,000 steps a week. If you're finding that hard to get, set yourself a target that you think you can achieve and then try and up it the next week. This is all about building on what you're doing now, just building every week, something a little bit more. If you're happy to stay at maintenance, by all means do that. But if you're just starting out, we're just going to slowly, incrementally bring that resistance up, or the reps up, or the amount of steps up, or even the amount of workouts you're doing. And the other thing I just wanted to mention is that every time we do a WOD like this, when we post it for the next day, you will also have the workout written in case you don't want to actually watch it on YouTube. Is there anything else you want to say, Simon?
now, thanks for joining us, guys. Obviously there's some guys who we've never seen or never met before, but welcome aboard. Hopefully we can help you out in the next 6 weeks. So please get in touch and we'll be happy to help you with anything. So thanks for joining us, guys. Have a good day and look forward to the next 6 weeks.